What best explains reality?
Alright, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, and welcome po sa pambansang debating platform ng Pilipinas, Debaters Convention. Ito po ang inyong moderator for today, Pilingerong Theologian, at meron po tayong debate na magaganap ngayong hapong ito, July 27, 2024, alas 2 ng hapon. And today's debate is on the question, what best explains the reality? Atheism or Christianity? Kayo po ay sigurado mag-enjoy dahil meron po tayong dalawang mahusay na debaters. Arguing in favor sa Christianity is a registered teacher and a church youth leader. Please allow me to welcome Mr. Roel Agustin. Ayan po, welcome po natin si Sir Roel Agustin. Say hi to our viewers, Sir Roel.
Magandang hapon sa lahat. Hello, and yun lang. Hello.
Salamat po, Sir Roel. And arguing in favor of atheism, has a finance background and have competed in college debates, and he also coached younger debaters. Please allow me to welcome Vox in the atheist side. Say hi to your audience, Vox.
Hi. Okay lang.
Ayan.
Sige, okay lang, Mike. Okay, hi.
Yes, loud and clear naman, loud and clear.
Yeah, good
Alright,
afternoon, guys.
Alright, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po mga kaibigan. Again, before we begin, basahin po muna natin ang rules ng debate. Number 1, answers must be given in total of 20 seconds. If you have completed speaking but there is still time left, the moderator will count 3 seconds and consider that you have finished answering the question. Number 2, if the question is categorical, you must answer it categorically first before explaining for no more than 20 seconds. Number 3, if there is no answer to the categorical or non-categorical, we will immediately proceed to the next question without explanation. Number 4, the examinee is only allowed to answer and focus on the question that is being asked. Number 5, it is essential that the cross-examiner asks questions in accordance with the affirmative or the negative side presentation during the first session of the cross-examination. Number 6, the debater, who will be given 3 warnings by the moderator, of course that is me, has the appropriate discipline. There will be a 1-minute reduction from his cross-examination period. Number 7, out-of-topic questions and answers are not accepted. Number 8, no side comments, be professional. Wala po yung mga, alam nyo na, yung mga personal insults and yung mga pagmumura. Alam na naman natin yun. Number 9, no objections during the presentation and conclusion. And number 10, respect the moderator's decision, which are always final. Now, do the affirmative agree with the rules?
Yes, we do agree.
Okay, and how about the negative?
Agreed.
Okay, and now without further ado, let's begin our debate for today. For a 10-minute first speaker presentation, Ruel, are you ready?
Well, yes, Dana.
Timer, are you ready?
Okay.
Timer?
Okay.
All right. And Ruel, if you're ready, your time starts now. Begin.
Okay, a blessed day to all of us in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Isang pinagpalang hapon po sa lahat. At maraming salamat sa Debaters Convention na naging bahagi po ng ganito pong pagtatanghal. And also, I would like to thank Mr. Vox Athius na naging parte ng discussion na ito. At nawa sa kabuuan ng dialogo na ito ay may papresenta po kung ano ba talaga ang pinaka-the best na nag-explain sa reality. Ito ba ay sa atheistic world, sa atheism o sa Christianity? Since I'm on the Christian side, kinipinpoint lang natin kung ano ba talaga ang nag-explain sa reality. Bakit I think Christianity really makes sense o Christianity best explains reality. So kung titingnan natin kasi yung mga worldview questions na yan, na malamang sa malamang ay may naitatanong ito ng kahit sino. Whether you're a Christian, an atheist, an agnostic, whoever you are. Tulad na lamang ng mga tanong na, what are we? Were we created? Or did we evolve? What is our purpose in life? Does God exist? Where do we derive our morals? Are there moral absolutes? Why is there suffering in the world? And many more questions na pwede nating makonsidera. Now, why I think that Christianity best explains life's most profound reality. why I think that Christianity really makes sense, or why Christianity best explains reality. Can we justify concepts like logic, moral values, and universals from a naturalistic atheistic perspective? Or do we need a transcendent grounding like historic Christianity's explanation for these meaningful realities? So ang focus ko muna dito sa argument na ito ay may kinalaman sa bakit ito yung nagme-make sense talaga or best explains doon sa reality na yan. So, there are 5 meaningful na mga points na dapat po natin makonsidera why Christianity best explains reality. So, kung meron pa tayong time concerning sa bakit ang atheism ay may fatal flaw, siguro ipipinpoint ko na lamang sa rebuttal period na lang kung wala na akong oras. So anyway, ano yung 5 meaningful points of reality na nagme-make sense if God really exists? Point 1, the existence of God provides a rationally plausible explanation for the reality of abstract non-physical entities. So, some of the most wondrous realities of life are things that cannot be observed by the human senses. Yung mga abstract, intangible realities na ito ay conceptual in nature at kasama na dyan yung entities as numbers, propositions, sets, properties, laws of logic, moral values, at universals. Maraming taong nagkukonsidera na itong mga conceptual realities na ito ay objective, universal, at syempre, invisible. Ngayon, kung sa atheistic side naman, napaka-difficult o napaka-komplikado ito kung titingnan ito. Pero, sa Christian theistic worldview, pinipinpoint lamang dito na, ito, listen to this. The Christian theistic worldview grounds them in the mind of an infinite, eternal, and personal spiritual being. And if God exists, then He is the creator of both the visible and the invisible, the source of both the sensible and the intelligible. Pangalawa, the existence of God provides a rationally plausible explanation for the reality of objective moral values and duties. So, moral values are a fundamental part of human life, every bit as real as the law of gravity. And people are generally intuitively cognizant of their moral obligations. Sa kanilang puso, bawat tao ay mayroong matatawag na moral duty. This sense of moral oughtness is prescriptive or how things should be, not descriptive or how things are in nature. And it transcends mere subjective feelings. Sa maling sabi, sa issue ng morality, bakit masasabi natin objective? Ito po ay independent po sa kung ano yung nararamdaman ng mga tao, whoever they were. God's existence and nature provide a source and foundation for objective moral values. Ngayon, pangatlo, the existence of the God of God provides a rationally plausible explanation for the purpose and significance that human beings yearn in their lives. Ngayon, kung walang Diyos, kung ang universe ay produkto lamang ng blind, purposeless natural processes, then from a logical standpoint, walang matatawag na objective meaning ang buhay. Pero mamaya titingnan po natin sa mismong argumento na mapapakinggan natin dito kung may matatawag bang meaning sa buhay sa atheism. Anyway, humanity's deep sense of meaning comports well with the Christian truth claim that God created human beings in His image, and that humanity's greatest needs are to be reconciled to God and to enjoy fellowship with Him forever. Bukod dito, point 4, the existence of God provides a rationally plausible explanation for the enigma of human nature. Now, kung titingnan natin, one of the chief realities a belief system must explain before gaining acceptance involve the enigmatic nature of human beings. Human nature poses a paradox. Humans are capable of greatness in mathematics, science, technology, philosophy, the arts, compassion, and generosity. Yet humans are equally capable of such shameful and evil acts like racism, robbery, slavery, murder, and genocide. Explaining human nature apart from the reality of God represents an extraordinary philosophical, psychological, and spiritual feat. The Bible seems to hold the secret to unraveling the enigma of human nature. Yamang sabi nga sa scripture, kumbaga, ng tao ay nilikha ng Diyos ayon sa kanyang larawan, so to speak. Panglima, the existence of God provides a rationally plausible explanation for the extraordinary life, death, and the resurrection of Christ Himself. According to the New Testament, Jesus of Nazareth made unparalleled claims to divine authority during His public ministry. He claimed to be God, He claimed that He did miracles, He died on the cross, He rose again from the dead, and so forth. Bukod pa dito, sa mga nabanggit ko na, may iba pang mga puntos na dapat nating ma-realize dito. Bukod sa 5 points nating nabanggit. Siyempre, pupunta pa tayo sa tinatawag na yung cosmological argument kung saan pinipinpoint na kung may simula ang universe, if the universe had a beginning, then it must have had a beginner, so to speak. Si Stephen Hawking may sinabi nga doon, ukol dyan. Almost everyone now believes that the universe and time itself had a beginning at the Big Bang. Sabi naman ni Alexander Valentin na isang agnostic, so to speak, with the proof now in place, cosmologists can no longer hide behind the possibility of a past eternal universe. There is now no escape. They have to face the problem of cosmic beginning. So dito pa lang, masasabi talaga na may simula talagang universe, mayroon na nga patunay dyan, kahit ang mga scientists, so to speak, ay may masasabing pieces of evidence na nagpapatunay na may simula ang universe. Bukod dito, sabi nga din ni Stephen Hawking, if the expansion rate of the universe was different by 1 part in 1,000 million a second after the Big Bang, the universe would have collapsed back on itself or never developed galaxies. And there are many things na dapat nating makonsidera, like sa issue na ang universe ay fine-tuned concerning gravitational forces, ano pa, concerning reason, concerning morality, nabanggit ko na yung tungkol sa morality, and so forth. Now, think about this for a moment. If atheism were true, we could reason. We could not reason. Teka, paano yun? Sabi ni J.B.S. Haldane, if my mental processes are determined wholly by the motions of atoms in my brain, I have no reason to suppose that my beliefs are true, and hence I have no reason for supposing my brain to be composed of atoms. So, ito'y marami pa akong may di-discuss dyan later on if I have a time. But here is the point na dapat kong makonsidera. What if Christianity is true? What if Christianity really makes sense in reality? What if Christianity best explains reality? As far as the pieces of evidence were concerned, Christianity really makes sense. And it only best explains reality.
Time's up. Time's up. Maraming salamat, Sir Robel. Ayan po. Thank you for that powerful presentation. And now we will proceed to the cross-examination of Vox. Vox will ask questions for 7 minutes. Vox, are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, if you're ready, your time starts now. Begin.
So first question ko, Roel. So if Christianity is wrong, would you listen?
If it's
Answer?
possible, yes, it is.
Okay. So next question. So anong argument mo to prove that the existence of God is the plausible
Can you pause the
explanation?
time? Hold on. Can you pause the time? Pause the time. Pause mo yung time. Anong timer? Do you have the 20-second timer dyan? Meron kang timer na 20 seconds. Meron ka? Okay. Sige, okay lang. As long as happy with this, kasi we need to make sure na nagiging fair tayo sa kanila. Okay. Pakiulit mo yung question mo, Vox. Sorry if I interrupted you. Proceed.
Okay.
Time.
So can you explain to me, or can you briefly explain to me how does God explain the existence of conceptual ideas?
Okay. Concerning conceptual ideas kasi, nabanggit ko lang kanina, logic, moral values, and universals from Christian's perspective nagme-make sense lamang yan kung mayroon talagang matatawag na source and we are talking about God. Nabanggit ko nga kanina, the existence of God provides a rational, plausible explanation for the reality of abstract, non-physical
Next question,
entities.
please.
Next question. So,
Thank you.
how does the existence of God makes logic make sense?
Okay,
Answer?
concerning to the laws of logic, actually, kung titingnan naman talaga natin tungkol sa laws of logic kasi, hindi ito parang tao lang yung may gawa, so to speak. Kahit wala nga talagang matatawag na tao, masasabing may tinatawag na mga laws of logic, so to speak ba? Kasi nasa kasakop na yan, law of
Next question.
and the rest of it.
Hold on,
Next question. So, is God subject to laws of logic?
He is the source of it, so hindi po siya subject doon.
That's not the okay. He's not subject. Okay.
Hold on. Please pause the time. Pause the time, please. Vox, may I remind you that you really need to make, let him finish the answer first. He has a 20-second time frame to answer to give his answer to your question, okay? So do not butt in.
Okay.
If you have an objection,
Sige.
please call out the moderator. Objection, if you have any objection, okay? Okay, please proceed. Ask the question. Vox, proceed.
So next question is related to the first area. Okay. So next question, how does God provided you the laws of logic?
Okay.
Answer?
So concerning sa laws of logic kasi, hindi ito sinasabing invento raw ng tao, kundi ito ay nadiskubre, so to speak. Parang sa, let's say, about moral values, numbers, propositions, sets, properties, and so forth. So therefore, yung laws of logic, hindi po ito
Next
invento,
question,
kundi
please. Next
Okay,
question.
thank you.
So next, sorry, okay. So regarding about laws of logic, you said he's not subject to it. So if God, let's just say, can God create a square circle if he's not subject to laws of logic, as what you mentioned earlier?
Well, no. Bakit? Kasi simple lang. Yes, it's true that God can do everything that is logically possible. Okay? Pero, alam naman natin, He cannot create a square circle. So, impossible naman yan, so to speak. Kung, masasabing illogical yan. So, yamang siya ang may pinanggalingan ng laws of logic.
Next
then,
question, please.
That's it.
Next question.
But what you said earlier, he's not subject to laws of logic.
The point here is this, kumbaga siya yung may pinagmulan dyan, siya kumbaga ang source ng tinatawag na laws of logic. Actually nga, sa John 1:1, siya yung tinatawag na logos, kumbaga. So, yun na yun. Thank you.
Next question, please.
Okay. Last question about sa logic. When did God created laws of logic? When God created laws of logic, was there like any rules before or only after when He created laws of logic?
Well, He already existed even before the world began. So, nasa Kanya na yan. Nasa Kanya na lahat, so to speak, including the laws of logic, so to speak. Dahil,
So, there
siya
was-
yung pinanggagalingan ng lahat.
Hold on. Again, pause the time, please.
Sorry,
Pause the
sorry.
time. Again, this is my first warning, Vox. You've got to let him finish his answer. All right. Please
Okay.
ask the next question, please.
Okay, next question. So prior to God's creating laws of logic, did God exist or did not?
He already exists even before the world began. He already exists before the creation of the universe and anything of it. Kasi nga, kumbaga, if he is already existed even before the world began, then he is who he is, the great I am. The spaceless, timeless, immaterial, powerful, moral, personal, and intelligent being who created all things and sustains
Next question,
all things.
please. Next question.
So how does God became the source of moral duties and values?
Because he is the source of what was called goodness, kumbaga. If there will be no objective moral values, then and if God doesn't exist, how can we explain something which is good or which is bad, or ang mangyayari dyan, parang yung good ay pareho lamang sa evil, so to speak. Thank you.
Next question, please.
So essentially, yung question ko ngayon is God good because it is in His nature? Is it its nature being good?
Well, his goodness points out that he is, wait lang objection lang,
Okay,
paki-clarify
pause
lang
the
yung
time.
tanong, sorry.
Pause the time, pause the time, pause the time.
Okay.
Pak-
So
pakiclarify
clarification.
yun,
So
sorry.
what I meant is that is God good because it is nature, or because it is good because that is God's nature?
Na-gets mo na, no, Sir Ruben? Marina na ba?
Medyo naputo lang si Mr. Box kanina lang konti.
Can you
nung usapan
repeat that
natin.
again,
Sorry for
Box?
that.
Let me find another way to say it para maintindihan niya. So,
Nawala si Vox, ah. Vox, di kita narinig, Vox.
I'm still here. So,
Okay.
ang point ko ba, is God good because it is in His nature, or because it is in His nature because it is good?
Yung nature kasi ng Diyos, so to speak,
Hold on,
ay
hold on,
masasabi
hold on,
na...
hold on, bro.
Ay, sorry for
Hold
that.
on.
Sorry for that.
September, as soon as he answers the question, please, start the time. Okay, proceed. Answer. Proceed, Sir Ruben.
Wait,
Answer
sorry for that, no. Well, my third option kasi dyan, so to speak, as Christians, we should affirm both God's sovereignty and His non-derived goodness. Thus, we don't want a standard that is arbitrary, nor one that exists outside or above God. So, God is both
Next question,
sovereign
please.
and good. Thank you.
Quick
Next
question,
question.
Is God a subject or an object?
Can you,
Answer?
wait lang. Can you clarify that question, please?
Pause the time,
When,
please.
when I meant subject, God has a mind. Is God a mind?
Okay.
Okay.
Answer.
Well, since God is who He is, kumbaga, yamang tinawag siyang the great I am, tinawag din siyang Logos. So He is kung matatawag ko na He is all He is, kumbaga.
Can
Siya,
I
kumbaga,
object?
yung-
Sorry, I am not
Yes,
hearing the
pause the
answer.
time.
Sayang ang oras, pero
Okay.
I am not answering.
What's the objection, Doc?
It's a categorical It's a categorical question. Its essence, not answerable by yes or no, but only two option: object or subject. Why is it?
Sir Noel, categorical
Yes.
yung question ni Vox. Before you explain, you've got to answer it either subject ba siya or object. So,
Okay,
answer
sorry
ka
for
muna, tapos before giving your explanation. As soon as you
Okay.
give your answer, the time will start. Proceed.
Okay, noted. Concerning doon, siya ay...
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Sorry for that, sorry. My bad,
Kailangan
my
namin
bad, sorry.
marinig yung subject or object muna, bro.
Okay.
What is your answer?
To answer that question, God is not object nor subject of it. Kumbaga, siya nga, may pinagmumulan ng lahat, kumbaga.
That's not what I'm asking. I already
Hold on, bro.
defined subject.
Wait lang, Vox. Di ba sinabi ko kanina, huwag kayong mag-object kayo sa akin, huwag kayong mag-uusap dalawa. Kasi time niya to answer the question. So, Sir Noel, pakisagot mo yung tanong na kasi naputol siya. Paki-answer mo yung ano.
Sorry. So, gaya ng sinabi ko, God is not some sort of object or subject. God is what we call the great I am. He is the self-existent one, so to speak. Yun lang
Objection,
yun.
moderator. It's not
Yes,
what
pause the
I'm
time.
asking.
Ang question mo, Vox, is it's either subject or object. Ang sinagot ni Sir Noel is wala siya doon sa
Neither.
nabanggit. What's your
It's none and
objection, sir?
answer. Objection. There's no such thing of the third option about object. Is it an object or subject?
Is there
That's
any
only two.
counter objection, Sir Noel? Is there any counter objection, Sir Noel?
My friend, porque categorical question, ibig sabihin wala nang tinatawag na third option.
Yes, hold on, Vox. Please, wag muna tayong tumawa. Sir Noel, ano yung counter objection? Pakipaliwanag po yung counter objection.
Ulitin ko kasi, bagamat masabing categorical yan, pero matatawag tong false dichotomy yan. Kasi
Explain.
we are talking about God. Kasi if God really exists, then He is what was called the self-existent one. He called the great I am. If we are comparing something or someone na makikita natin sa creation, that God na tinutukoy, hindi na matatawag na God
Okay
or Diyos, so
na,
to
Sir
speak.
Noel, okay lang yun. Okay na yun, naiintindihan ko naman na yung, meron siyang counter objection. Para magpatuloy tayo, next question, Vox.
Okay, so next question, what does what does the belief in God adds to your objective meaning?
Alright. So concerning objective meaning, dito malalaman na talagang may matatawag na objectively good and objectively evil, so to speak. If God really exists, may sense yung tinatawag na love, goodness, joy, peace, and so forth. At mayroon tayong reason kung bakit inaayawan natin yung mga bagay na masasama.
Next question.
Sorry,
Last question.
can I object
Pause
earlier
the time,
than that?
please. Pause the time. Meron na lang
I
tayo
think-
siguro mga 7 seconds. Ano
Yeah,
yung objection mo?
I think we should add a bit of my time dahil one, it's not the answer. When I ask do we have meaning prior to knowing and believing in God, or ang sabi ko is ano bang na-add when believing of God sa meaning mo? So ang sinagot niya is iba, it's about morality. I'm talking about meaning.
Is that clear, Sir Rowell? Ano yung meron ka bang
Actually-
counter-objection? Ano muna, counter-objection
Actually-
muna. Wag ka muna mag-explain
Okay.
Sir Rowell. Ano yung
Sorry
counter-objection muna?
for that. Concerning doon sa point na tinanong niya, syempre, meaning yan, purpose yan, syempre, kasama na yung morals yan. Kaya, nabanggit ko yung tungkol sa issue concerning about objective moral values and duties din. And if God does not exist, ganun sinabi ko sa aking argument kanina, then paano natin malalaman yung meaning and purpose of life?
Okay,
Paano
hold
natin
on,
malalaman
Sir
yung
Rowell.
morality?
Kasi para magiging fair tayo sa kanya kung naka-pause on time nakakapag-explain ka. Vox, can you rephrase your question para last question na to guys kasi wala naman ng oras.
So, ang question ko earlier, ano bang dinagdag na meaning ng pag-believe mo ng God? And then, he somehow think na meaning, when I said meaning, it's not morality. Why did you answer that directly? You could just say, anong dinagdag?
Answer the question.
Okay. Naghintay ako ng kung sa moderator.
Time na rin, no?
Ulitin ko lang.
Time's
Kaya
up,
nga sinabi ko na
But Vox,
kaya nga. Pero
you
Okay.
can,
Sasagutin ko
you
pa
can,
ba?
actually, you can let Sir Rowell answer it or not.
sasagutin,
It's up to you.
moderator, sasagutin ko pa ba? Wag na.
Sige,
Pwede
sagutin
po,
mo.
pwede po. Pero last na po yan.
Ay, sorry. Hello?
Proceed, pwede mo siyang sagutin.
Wait, time out. Nawawala yung signal ko.
Sige na, pause lang muna natin. Hantayin muna
Okay,
natin
sorry.
yung kanyang
Sorry. Ayan. Kaya ako sinabi yung tungkol sa issue ng objective moral values. Hello. Hello po.
Sige, proceed bro. Narinig ka namin. Proceed.
Okay. Kaya ko nasabi yung tungkol doon sa issue ng, yan, syempre, yung objective moral values, kasi kalakip nito kung ano yung reality, like, meaning ng buhay.
Time's
Now,
up.
concerning naman sa addition dito,
Time's up.
Thank you.
Time's up.
Thank you for that.
Salamat.
Thank
Yan
you.
po ang ating pong cross-examination ng ating pong second speaker sa ating pong first speaker. And now, we will proceed to the 10-minute second speaker presentation. Vox, are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, your time starts now. Begin.
Thank you sa mga moderator to facilitate this debate and my opponent to give time to grace us with his presence. The debate is all about the best explains reality. Best explain, not which model can explain. Both parties can explain, but the question here is whether true or false. Is it supported or unsupported? How can we choose from one explanation over the other? This is where the explanatory power comes in. Explanatory power is the ability to understand a phenomenon in terms of what is known. In other words, explaining much by little. And by little, I mean little assumption. No matter how many Gish-Gallops explanation you can make, if you can lack explanatory power, then it's useless. Explanation. Okay. Now, how can we determine if a model has an explanatory power? We can use the criteria to determine which model gives us explanatory power and which criteria are commonly to any field of inquiry, which is one, simplicity, goodness of fit, explanatory breadth, predicted truthfulness, and many more. And this is not an exhaustive list. These are the four common similarities of all fields of science and philosophy. But for the sake of the time, attention sa mga listener natin, and I'll just gonna use a simpler version, which is the principle of parsimony, the Occam's razor. So, let's start by defining what is God. So God is at least omnipotent, omniscient, omnibenevolent. For me, and other philosopher of religion emphasize also God is being worthy of worship, which is derived from which so-called attributes, and this is a title for the purpose of the sa mga philosophers in the academia, in which I subscribe that definition as well. But for my opponent, I think it's different. It is an entity. It is a proper name. God is omnipotent, omniscient, omnibenevolent, and more, like spaceless, timeless, immaterial. This being is the creator of everything. So, but do we still remember, no, pagkabata natin na we ask childish question when we ask who created God? Kahit adult na tayo, we even ask the same question, who created God? But apologists like Ruel say that God is the ultimate creator and could not create himself as has been created. So yet this is just a wordplay and a non-answer. It doesn't give us a reason to rule out a meta-creator as purported by the Caravakas in India philosophy. After all, if life can just be answered by mere postulation or definitional answer, like earlier sinagot ako ng mga definitional answer because God is both objective and not subject, doesn't make sense. Then life would be simple, but that is not the case in reality. So Christianity tries to explain reality by postulating God as the justification of everything in this reality, then full stop. But there's no reason at all to stop. The moment they invoke God as an explanation of reality, it opens the floodgate for greater sequence of God being created by super gods ad infinitum. Well, again, sagot nila, it's God. If theist agrees that original resort to God is valid, then it's more compelling to postulate further God as valid. Now, the only reason that they won't do this because of their human psychological unwillingness. That's why, but again, the theory that God created the universe has no explanatory power about the ultimate origin of the whole universe, because it leaves more question like how God himself came into existence to create the universe. The postulation of God only complicates things, adds nothing to the explanation. God should not even postulated as an hypothesis, let alone believed by anybody sensible. So here's my point. Point number one, if he must be the ultimate being and provide the answer to all ultimate question, otherwise he is not God. Yet, even suppose as an hypothesis that God exists, the question that the God supposed to finally answer remains unanswered. Therefore, hypothesizing God's existence is only unnecessary, adding an extra stage of such problem and no real explanation value. Therefore, according to Occam's razor, we should not postulate God's existence, and there is no adequate reason to suppose that God exists. Therefore, we should suppose that God does not exist. In essence, God, in logical terms, is valueless and extra complication to understanding of reality. To demonstrate, so how do we ask the question, how did the universe come to be? God created it, but how did God come to be? Diba? So usually, ang sagot nila, God has always existed. But again, then why not the universe was not created? Or sabihin natin, why then the universe not always been existed? We can ask that the same question. It has equal explanatory value. Diba? What cosmic problem does God solve? Wala, nothing. Sabihin nila, God is eternal. Might as well as the universe is eternal. Both equally has explanatory value, pero mas consistent ang to say the universe is eternal. Dahil walang extra assumption, walang extra supernatural being na tinatawag na God, which we cannot understand, we cannot test. And again, sabihin natin, God is absolutely good. Then we can ask, what is absolutely good? Then ang sagot lang nila is God. Then, anong explanation? Di ba wala? So, sabihin natin, let's go back sa earlier, sinabi ni Roel na meaning. So, God give us purpose to life. Now, ang question ko, which hindi nasagot ni Roel, how can God conceivably add a purpose to life which was not previously there? Not exactly per word by word, sorry for that. Pero, yan ang question. Anong purpose nadagdag which is not already there? Diba? Wala. Walang makakasagot dyan. Dahil one, sasabihin dyan na, well, what exactly is that purpose? Sabihin nila meron, then the question is, ano yun? Kung hindi naman alam natin kung ano yung nadagdag na purpose, then might as well as it does not exist. Dahil hindi naman pala natin alam. It's just a circular argument to justify worship. Now, can God now, with that being said now, God can be cut out from our explanation of reality. As my good acquaintance once said, na pangalan Serex, how does God, who is outside of our reality, a good explanation of reality? How does the supernatural explain the natural phenomenon? And how does appeal to bigger mysteries solve the original questions? This is where Christianity is piggybacking. Standard theism, if standard theism is appealing to the mystery, to give an empty explanation about the big question, Christianity appeals more to the greater, bigger mystery, in effect adding more empty explanation, like the resurrection, Bible, Holy Spirit, etc. But those won't fly if the pig won't fly in the first place. So, now, naturalism taken seriously against standard theism would entail atheism. In naturalism, there's only one kind of causation, which is natural causation. It does not need supernatural causation as what being sold by theism, especially by Christianity then. Where there are two domains, which is the natural and the supernatural. To explain natural causation, we should look for natural explanation, which means most of our explanation is with high explanatory power because they are natural explanation, not supernatural explanation. And here are the couple examples. Sabihin na natin na naturalism can explain reality better and simpler compared with Christianity. No? Christianity cannot and has not explained, which is, as for example, the horrendous suffering of our world. So, the existence of horrendous evil, both natural and human cause, is inconsistent with the idea of benevolent of all-powerful deity. And similarly, horrendous evil in the world suggests a contradiction in the concept of a benevolent God, and which theism cannot answer. And the evidence of suffering aligns more to standard naturalism, which does not possess it doesn't add more hypothesis, which is omnipotent, omniscient, and perfectly good being than standard theism. So arguments attempting to reconcile the suffering with theism either fails or complicate the beliefs of the system. Further, naturalism has an advantage to explain this. And lastly, sabihin na natin, the hiddenness of God and the prevalence of non-belief are the strong evidence in favor of naturalism over Christianity. If God exists and we know expected this being to make his existence known to us, especially consider the reassurance and guidance such knowledge that he could provide. However, the lack of clear evidence of God's existence and widespread occurrence, reasonably, non-belief challenge this expectation. So, sabihin natin, expectation of divine revelation. A perfectly good God, knowing the benefit of human being aware his existence, would logically ensure his presence unmistakably clear to all of us. But that's not the case. Many of us doesn't believe in him. So, saan na ba yung good God na revelation? Wala. Actual observation. Have you seen any God right now? Diba? Wala din. So, naturalism readily explains absence of evidence of God, and the prevalence of non-belief and does not possess another God would reveal himself. In conclusion, I shown earlier that God as an explanation provide a false sense of explanatory power, and so forth and so on.
Time's up. Thank you, Vox. That is Vox. Now we will proceed to the cross-examination from the first speaker, Roel. Are you ready? Roel
Okay,
will
I'm ready
ask
for that.
Vox for 7 minutes. Are you ready? If you're ready, your time starts now. Begin.
Okay, so here's my first question. Nang nabanggit mo yung points, yung dalawang word na psychological unwillingness sa panig ng mga Kristiyano, ano bang ibig mong sabihin?
Ibig sabihin dyan that they're unwilling to abandon their belief.
Next question, please.
Okay, thank you. So ngayon, paano mo nalaman na yung existence o pag-iral ng Diyos ay matatawag na meaningless o sinasabing walang saysay?
As what I stated sa statement ko, it adds no explanatory value.
What
Next
do you
question,
mean?
please.
Okay. Thank you. What do you mean by the term, ano yun? Ano yung value na sinasabi niya? Wait lang ha. Hindi ko lang napakinggan kasi. Like, yung bang wala siya matatawag na value, so to speak, I mean.
As I said, explanatory value.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So, paano mo nasabing walang explanatory value yung tungkol sa existence ng Diyos?
It adds no value to the explanation. Can you explain God? After positing to answer a so-called question. So you have a question number 1. You gave a possible explanation, God. Now, anong explanation ni God? Diba wala? So no explanatory value. Just God did it.
Okay? Okay, thank you, thank you. Next question. Yamang ang presentation, what best explains reality? Can you give a brief explanation why do you think atheism best explains reality?
Atheism, which if sabihin natin atheism accompanied with naturalism, maintains following Occam's razor. It doesn't assume more entities than it should be. So that's why it best explained.
Okay, thank you. Well, next question. Are you absolutely sure there is no God?
Do you mean absolutely sure?
Well, yung talagang masasabi na wala talagang
Teka lang
Diyos,
muna,
so to
pause the
speak.
time please. Pause the time.
Yes.
Please make sure to approach the moderator if you have clarification. Wag lang kayo mag-usap kasi meron
Okay.
kayong oras.
So,
Alright.
ito moderator, it's not part of my speech. I never claimed that I'm absolutely sure. So, I don't know saan ganyan ang pinulot.
Okay, hold on. Is that an objection?
Yes, an objection.
Okay, counter objection?
Since
Robert?
meron siyang nababanggit, actually, meron siya kasing nababanggit na mga points na makukonsidera na yun daw ay mga evidence that God does not exist. That's why I asked him, are you
I
absolutely
never...
sure?
Sorry, moderator.
There is no
I'm not...
God?
I didn't make that in my speech. Wala akong sinabing na absolutely sure
Okay,
ako.
next question please. Next question.
Okay. So next, may nabanggit kasi, I don't know kung saan nabanggit ito sa iyong presentation, na sinabi na we don't know so God does not exist.
So, wala akong-
sabi na wala kang ano ba
Hold
yung
on.
wait lang, patapusin muna.
Hold on, pause the time. Box,
I thought na
This is
tapos
my
na siya
final
dahil...
warning, bro, ah.
Sorry na I thought natapos na siya dahil nag-pause siya, ba? I thought tapos na. Sorry, my bad. So,
I think may problem. Ako medyo para may delay sa akin eh. Sorry, baka
Oh.
sa akin. So,
sorry.
Sir Ruel, ulit mo yung... Yeah, meron tayong
Okay,
problem
okay,
sa
okay.
ano, so I'll be lenient about that. So, please, ask the question again. Tapos, as soon as
Okay.
Box answers it, pakisimulan yung timer. Proceed.
Okay. Thank you. So, naalala ko yung isa sa I don't know kung sa statement, sa presentation, paraphrase ko lang, no? Yung, we don't know, so God does exist. Then, what does it mean?
Answer.
I don't know what you mean dahil hindi ko yun sinulat.
Okay, sige. Thank you.
Next question.
So, may nabanggit yung tungkol sa an eternal bang universe o hindi? So, ito lang. Ay, ano ko lang to, bilang tanong. Which is more rational? No one created something out of nothing or someone created something out of nothing?
Answer.
Okay. One, it's not in my speech. I didn't say rational na nothing from something. I never made that claim. And is that part of my speech?
Okay.
Next question.
Okay, thank you.
Automatic nga.
Thank you.
Pakipause nga yung time. If it's not presented doon sa presentation, automatic yan pag nag-object siya, I will let you ask another question. So, please proceed to the next question.
Okay, so thank you for that. So next question. Wait a minute. Ayan, ito, nakita ko. So merong sinasabi diyan na yung pain and suffering ay patunay daw that God does not exist or God, yan na nga. What do you mean by that? Sige, paraphrase ko na lang, no? Do you think yung pain and suffering na nararanasan ng mga tao ay patunay na walang Diyos? If yes or no, then why?
Yes. Dahil hindi ko yan lalagay sa speech kung hindi.
Alright, alright.
Next question.
Okay. So, here's another one. Yamang nabanggit yung tungkol sa laws of logic, if God does not exist, then saan nanggaling yung laws of logic?
Answer?
One, it's not in my debate, no, but it's in your part. But part will be it will be part of my rebuttal, no. I don't think the laws of logic it comes from a God. It doesn't make sense. Kung sasabihin mo nang galing sa kanya, is he subject to that or hindi? You said earlier hindi. Therefore, anong ibig mong sabihin na
Next question.
Galing
please.
sa kanya.
Next question. Next question.
Alright, okay, okay. I think this will be my last question na lang. So, ito. Here's my last question. Yamang nabanggit mo na yung pain and suffering ay patunay na God does not exist. Then paano ito maipapaliwanag sa atheism? Yung tungkol dyan sa issue ng pain and suffering.
Answer.
Yeah, because God is not the basis of our morality and idea of horrendous suffering. One, horrendous suffering is evident to the reality. Would you not agree? Diba? It is evident to our society. Unless of course if you're blind or nagbubulagan ka lang, you cannot say otherwise na walang horrendous suffering. And that is true for atheists.
Next question.
I think yun na lamang yung mga questions
Alright.
na nagpipinput ko. Thank you, thank you.
Question
Alright,
lang,
thank you very
Mod.
much.
I have a question.
Yes,
so
yes.
so we're entering sa second phase, which is speech for
The
rebuttal,
rebuttal
no?
period. Yes, that is
do we have a time to compose yung speech namin dahil it's sort of impromptu dahil yeah.
No.
Oh, hindi.
Unfortunately, wala tayong ganun. So,
Wala pala.
dire-diretso tayo, bro.
Okay.
Dire-diretso tayo. Alright, so now, for the record, the first speaker waived his remaining time.
Ha?
For the
Sino?
record now,
Oh, for the record.
si Roel, doon sa kanyang nahuling mga minuto, waive niya na yung kanyang
Okay.
pagtatanong. Speaker will present his rebuttals for 10 minutes. Roel, are you ready?
Well, yes, ready na.
Alright, so if you're ready, then your time starts now. Begin.
Okay. Okay, muli magandang araw po sa lahat and thanks doon sa magandang discussions kanina. Concerning doon sa naging claim ko about God's goodness, yung standard niya, so to speak, ipipinpoint ko lang to, no? How is God the standard of goodness? Siya ay creator. A thing's goodness is determined by its purpose. Okay? So, isipin natin to mga kapatid. God as creator is the determiner of all purposes of His creation. But if God does not exist, how can we explain such like love, peace, joy, loss of logic, and the rest of it? And concerning to that matter, pininpoint kanina yung tungkol dyan sa issue ng mga tinatawag natin na non-physical entities, mga abstract non-physical entities. Nabanggit po kanina yung tungkol sa naturalism na siyang patungo nga sa tinatawag na atheism. Pero kung ang pahayag na yung reality ay tanging sa naturalism lang, so to speak, kung pure physical o physicalism, so to speak, lamang ang totoo, how about laws of logic? How about justice? How about numbers? How about love? Diba? Concerning doon sa meaning ng buhay, again, if God does not exist, paano masasabi na may meaning ang buhay ng isang tao? Alam nyo kasi, if there is no God, then man and the universe are doomed. Like prisoners condemned to death, we await our unavoidable execution. There's no God, there is no immortality. And what is the consequences of this? It means that life itself is absurd. E di para saan ka pala nabubuhay kung walang Diyos, so to speak? Take note po, ang topic, what best explains reality? What our respectful opponent has done here is that he went on to the negative position. He want to prove that God does not exist. Sabagay, malamang ay kasama yan sa kanyang argument to prove that atheism best explains reality. However, I even don't see any good reason why atheism best explains reality. Kasi if God does not exist, life itself is absurd. It means that the life we have is without ultimate significance, value, or purpose. Kaya nga, kung titignan natin, without God, the universe is the result of a cosmic accident, a chance explosion. There's no reason for which it exists. As for man, wala. Aksidente lang siya. Biglang sumulpot na parang kabuti. Yung bang parang masasabi natin na tinatawag na survival of the fittest, so to speak. And that if there is no God, walang ultimate meaning, walang ultimate value, walang matatawag na ultimate purpose. If God does not exist and there is no life after death, walang purpose ang buhay na yan. That's why I pointed out kanina concerning dun sa kanyang question. Siyempre, kasama na po dyan yung tungkol sa issue ng morality. Sa issue ng tinatawag ng mga abstract non-physical reality sa buhay. Kasi kung totoo na natural na yung reality ay purong natural lang or naturalism, so to speak, na walang matatawag na supernatural, then how can we explain justice? Yung justice ba nanggaling sa molecules? Nanggaling ba sa genetic code? Ngayon, pansinin po yung isa po sa point na yung tinanong ko kanina. Siya ba ay absolutely sure na walang Diyos? Hindi po, porke na hindi kasali, kumbaga sa matatawag na pangunahing presentation, hindi ba maganda na masagot na lamang din? Kasi, ang ini-explain dito, what best explains reality? Atheism ba o Christianity? Kaso, ang ating maginong kausap, he went on and on to say that there is no God because of the following, because of, like, for example, pain and suffering. Kaso, itong problema uli sa atheism. If atheism is true, yung nangyayaring pain and suffering ay walang matatawag na tuldok o katapusan, so to speak. But if Christianity is true, if God exists, if Jesus had risen from the dead, then may masasabing may matatawag talagang solusyon doon sa issue ng pain, suffering, and also what was called the problem of evil. Kasi, kung titingnan natin sa Christian view, yung ultimate reality ay may kinalaman sa infinite personal loving God. Pero kanina pinipinpoint doon na dahil may pain, dahil may suffering, ibig sabihin walang Diyos. Wait lang. Paano natin masasabi na yung pain and suffering ay patunay na daw na walang Diyos? At kung totoo kung totoo yung atheism, yung gumawa, halimbawa yung tao na gumawa ng naging dahilan ng suffering ng isang tao, kahit masasabing mali yan objectively, yung gagawin na alipinin ng isang tao yung kapwa niya, pero sa atheism, it's okay. Kasi walang matatawag na objective morality, kumbaga. Also, in Christian worldview, man is created by God in His image and is loved by God. Therefore, all men are endowed with eternal value and dignity which is not derived from themselves, but from a source transcending themselves. Pero sa atheism, man is the product of impersonal matter plus time plus chance. Kumbaga, kung totoo yung atheism, kung ang atheism ay nag-explain talaga pirmi sa reality, aba, ano yun? Bigla kang sumulpot na parang kabuti. Also, sa atheist view, morality is defined by every individual according to his views and interests. It's ultimately subjective as every person is the final authority for their own lives. So, if atheism is true, if atheism best explains reality, tama ba yung ginawa ni Hitler sa isinagawang quote-unquote genocide sa 6 million Jews noong World War II? O mali? Sa atheism, loving your neighbor is just the same as what Hitler has done on World War II. Also, if atheism is true, syempre walang matatawag na afterlife. walang matatawag na langit, walang matatawag na impyerno. Yung laws of logic, parang ano lang, invention lang. Kumbaga, yung justice, yung ano ba, yung biyaya, yung nabanggit ko yung katurungan yung peace o kapayapaan, yung love. Isipin nyo kung halimbawa may jowa, let's say may jowa ang babae at lalaki. Sige, sabihin natin, no? Sasabihin ng lalaki doon sa kanyang minamahal na babae, I love you. Tapos sasabihin ng babae, I love you too. Tapos yun sasabihin ng lalaki, if ang nag-assume lang physicalism, kasi umaandar yung aking molecules, yung neurons, yung DNA. Wag nyo lang sabihin yan kung meron kayong jowa, okay? So, kung titingnan natin, sabi ni Francis Crick, given the weaknesses of all theories of terrestrial genesis, directed panspermia should still be considered a serious possibility. Wala pang nakikitang evidence for what was called panspermia. Pero hanggang ngayon, pinaniniwalaan pa ito ng mga scientists tulad ni Francis Crick. Sabi ni Theodosius Dobzhansky, na isang evolutionary biologist, natural selection can favor egotism, hedonism, cowardice instead of bravery, cheating, and exploitation. And one more thing, mismong si Richard Dawkins mismo nagsabi, humans have always wondered about the meaning of life. Life has no higher purpose than to perpetuate the survival of DNA. Life has no design, no purpose, no evil, and no good. Nothing but blind, pitiless indifferences. So, if atheism really best explains reality, edi yung tao, walang matatawag na meaning ang buhay ng tao. Walang value, walang halaga. So now, mamaya sa kanyang rebuttal, gusto kong muling mapakinggan why atheism really makes sense in reality. Why atheism best explains reality.
Time's up.
Thank you.
Time's up. Thank you very much. That is Sir Rowell. And now, Vox once again will ask question for 7 minutes. Vox, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. So, ang sinasabi mo earlier, first, how does Hitler doing massacre right if atheism?
If atheism is true, walang matatawag kasi na tinatawag nating objective moral values, walang objectively good, walang objectively evil. So, if atheism is true, yung love your neighbor ay pareho lamang, so to speak, sa ginawa ni Hitler sa 6 million Jews noong World War II.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, as a Christian, do you believe in objective right and wrong? Tama?
Well, yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. And Hitler is a Christian. Does he believe objective right and wrong?
Answer.
Considering, wait a minute. Pakiulit-ulit yung tanong. Parang
Yeah,
yung aking...
Pause the time.
Pause.
Pause the time, please. Nano yung aking headset, saglit lang.
So,
Ayusin ko.
my question earlier,
Wait,
na...
Thank you.
Okay. So,
Hold
ito.
lang, Vox. Wait lang,
Sige.
Vox.
Okay.
Wait lang. Pakisabi Sir Rowell, kung okay na.
Okay. Wait lang. Okay na.
Proceed, Vox.
Okay. So, earlier you agree na Christians believe in objective right and wrong. And the next question is, Hitler was a Christian. Does that mean Hitler also believe in objective right and wrong?
First and
Answer.
foremost, I explain ko, no? Hitler was not really a Christian when it comes on the teachings of Christ. So, doon sa ginawa ni Hitler laban sa 6 million Jews, he was not really present, hindi talaga niya na-follow kung ano yung teaching ni Christ. But if atheism is true, it seems like okay lang.
Next
Ganun.
question.
Thank you.
But
Next
you're
question,
aware that Hitler did pass a law that all SS uniform or German army officers as gut Minlet or gut or God is with us?
Actually,
Answer?
I'm aware of that concerning to this. However, as I've said, Hitler was not acted as what Jesus said, like love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you.
Next question.
Well, I think you're also aware that Hitler was just continuing anong ginagawa ng ancestor early Christian before against you. Do you agree with that or not?
Answer.
If we are talking about what those quote-unquote Christians did to the Jews, they are violating the teachings of Christ. At kung i-discuss ko yan especially maybe on concluding statement, I will explain to you why Hitler was not really a Christian. But anyway, that's it. Thank you.
Next question.
Okay, you mentioned that you need God somehow to account for this immaterial concepts like reasons, logic. How does God explains that?
As I have already said before, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, well, these abstract intangible realities are conceptual in nature. In Christian worldview, kumbaga, it grounds them in the mind of an infinite, eternal, and personal spiritual being. So God is the creator of both the visible and the invisible.
Next question, please.
Okay, kung ang calculator, if you type in calculator 1 plus 1 equals 2, is it reasonable?
Well, yes.
Oh, is there some kind of material sa calculator somehow gives you 1 plus 1 correct answer?
Okay. Actually, kung numbers ang pag-uusapan, no. Pero dahil nga may calculator naman na matatawag, ganun talaga. Yun lang, if we are assuming concerning numbers, nanggaling sa calculator, what does it mean by that? But anyway, thank you.
So you agree that the calculator comes into the right answer 1 plus 1 equals 2 despite being purely material?
Well, concerning to dun sa calculator, nagpipindot lamang siya ng mga numbers, syempre. But numbers itself, the numbers actually is not even some sort of what was called material, kumbaga.
Next question.
Would you agree with me if I considered human as some sort of a calculator, like inputting sense data in the environment and with our reason able to come up explanation with that? Would you hold that same belief as I do?
If atheism is true, pwede natin makonsidera na ang tao ay parang calculator o parang voice robot na nagre-react lang. Kung totoo ang atheism.
Okay. So next question. So you mentioned somehow laws of logic, no? You mentioned earlier in our rebuttal, you mentioned God is not subject to laws of logic. What do you mean by that?
Okay, I will repeat what I've said before. Yung mga abstract intangible realities katulad ng laws of logic, moral values at universals, all of these were sa Christian worldview, kumbaga, it grounds them again in the mind of an infinite, eternal, and personal spiritual being.
Next
it is
question,
God who
please.
is the creator
Next
of
question.
all. Thank you for that.
Next question.
Thank you.
Okay, so if God thinks of a square circle and that would be logical, would that happen if logic is grounded on the mind of God?
Again, concerning doon sa sinabi kanina na can God allegedly make a square circle, again, malabo yan. Sabi ko nga kanina, God can do anything logically possible. We are talking about the term logic here, my friend.
So now, how do you distinguish if God is not subject to laws of logic and being subject to laws of logic?
Wait, say again? Wait lang. Objection.
Pause the time. Any objection?
But-
Pause the time.
Clarification, please. Clarification.
Anong distinction na mangyayari if ganyan, with regards to sinabi mo, ano nang distinguish being that God is subject, being logical, and being the source of logic, if that's your explanation?
Again, as I have said already, the Christian theistic worldview grounds them in the mind of an infinite, eternal, personal, spiritual being. God is the creator of both the visible and the invisible. Kasama na po dyan yung tinatawag na laws of logic, moral values, and universals, including abstract and non-physical entities.
Next question, please.
Okay. Okay, so prior to God creating this laws of logic, was there laws of logic before?
Well, yes, because it is God, again, because it is God who is the source of it. Tinawag nga siyang logos according to John chapter 1 verse 1.
Okay,
Next
so
question,
therefore God is just logic.
No, I don't say that. Ang pinupoint lang natin dito, since God is the one who is the source of what was called the laws of logic, tinawag siyang logos because siya mismo ay masasabi na pinagmumulan ng logic, so to speak.
So do you agree that God is a mind?
Hold on, pause the time.
Okay.
Vox, kailangan maantay mo yung maubos
Sige.
yung oras na. Or kapag tumigil kayo sa pagsasalita, bumibilang ako ng 3 seconds. Tapos you can proceed in giving him your questions. Pero wala na rin tayong oras You can pwede sagutin ni Sir Will to o hindi kasi wala na tayong oras. Proceed sa pagtatanong mo, Vox.
So ang question ko, again, is God a subject or a mind? Sorry, God is a subject or an object?
Okay, you can
Again,
answer it or not. You can
I
answer it
already
or not.
answered that. I already answered that, so there's no need to answer that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And that is the cross-examination of the second speaker to our first speaker. Now we will proceed to the 10-minute second speaker rebuttal presentation of Vox. Vox, if you're ready, your time
Okay,
starts now.
ready.
Begin.
So again, the debate is which best explains reality, not which best explains my biases. So essentially, I just pointed out in my rebuttals, my speech, that even if we posit God as a explanation of the thing that we're trying to explain, walang nagdadagdag. It's just another question from original question. And again, I'm not here to prove whether or not God exists or not. That's clearly, I think, implicit sa idea ng debate na to, no? It's just showing which best explains. So I just pointed out, regardless of God exists or not, Ruel cannot explain using God about the things. So let's start with laws of logic. So why I think it's illogical to ask, no? God is just a source of logic. So did God created logic in that sense, or is it God logical? So kung God is logical, then therefore what stops us from thinking na logic was already there and just God is just comforting to that logic? But Ruel wants to eat his cake and serves it too, or somehow eat it and take it at the same time. But again, it doesn't make sense. Dahil one, kung God is just being logical, then God doesn't create logic. It's just being himself. So it doesn't make sense to say na he just created logic. So if he created logic, then there was a point in time, or in this case at some point in God's time, that there was no logic. So if that's the case, then it's true there was the time in God's time that he both exists and not exists. So it doesn't make sense to say na yun lang, God is accountable for logic. But again, Ruel, there are other positions na nagsasabi na God is not necessary to account for these things. For example, let's go with axiomatics, atheistic side. We have objectivism, which is a naturalist, atheistic position then, to say that these laws of logic are axiomatic. So if that's the case, if these are axiomatics and essential to our reason, no, God is not needed there. Putting God on it adds no value to already an axiomatic position. It is already enjoying axiomatic position. Now, Ruel is trying to do is put that axiomatic criteria of that concept and move it to God. Now, ang question ko ngayon sa kanya, can he justify his logic? And without using logic, diba? Wala. He cannot use it dahil it doesn't make sense. Second, kung ganyan lang pala, no? Kung God is the creator of logic, then God can just create a cartoon universe if he wants to, and that would be logical in that sense. But again, Ruel said it's not impossible. Dahil somehow God cannot do that. How do you know that? You're not God. exactly. You're not God to say what he can do and not do. I think he can agree with that, diba? Next, meaning. Sorry, morality muna. So I asked him whether God is subject or object. You know? Again, we all know God is a mind, so therefore it is subject, pero ayaw sagutin ni Ruel. So in this case, I'll answer it for him. I don't think he is an object, because that would be absurd for Ruel to say he is an object. And of course, God is a mind, therefore he is a subject. To say na objective meaning, or objective values, no, and duties coming from God, is actually ultimately just subject. And saying that na galing sa kanya yung morality, is it though a morality? Or are they just commands? Because God said so and do this. Can God say, can Ruel contend if God said, kill all these civilians, which happened on the Bible, by the way. He did command non-combatant individuals in a city which he already defeated the army. He commanded them to kill them all. So in that case, God is commanding is good, diba? It is objective for him, diba? It's coming from God, despite being a subject. Whatever God's whims, that goes. So that is essentially the value of. It doesn't actually explain anything about morality, to be honest. So, ewan ko lang. Roel hasn't expounded that. Hopefully he can. And again, meaning. So I've been asking him, anong didagdag ng believing in God to objective meaning or meaning in life? Roel cannot answer that. I tried to expound it. Anong nadagdag sa objective meaning mo? Kung meron man, can you tell it to us? Now, he cannot identify it anong nadagdag. Ang nadagdag lang is just some commands, rules to need to be followed. But again, that's not meaning. Do you consider meaning na commands? Commands lang? If ganyan lang pala, then now ang question, actually there's another question to that. Kung ganyan lang palang meaning is whatever God said command. Now ang question ko dyan is that did that really God said it? Or it's just that you think those are God's command and somehow you just attributed na it's your meaning. So again, ultimately, Ruel doesn't know kung meron bang objective meaning. So if you don't know, well, as to say, mas easier to say na lang na wala. Wala kang added objective meaning when believing in God. So regarding about the last two naman sa point of view niya na in nature of human nature and extraordinary claims with the Bible, again, I think one, even if sabihin na natin I succeed in pointing out that belief in God is unnecessary and adds no explanatory value. It entails Christianity, whatever is peddling, has no value as well. Dahil one thing to claim miracle claims and another to prove first that there is a being who can instantiate these miracle claims. Wala pa ganit tayo sa Bible. If we can bog down sa Bible, that would be another topic for another day. Now, let's go to his later point. Essentially, he just assumed na there's a lot of strawman, hindi ko na lang pinpoint. Let's go down. So, again, it's not an atheistic point of view na bigla lang ang sumulpot ang universe. Again, there's no contention to that. There's no specific atheist position about the existence of the universe. So right now, even the BGV, the Guth-Vilenkin theorem na kinote niya, actually they never claim that the universe came from nothing. They just claim that the universe as we know it came from a singular point. And point is not nothingness. So ewan ko lang anong binabasa ni Sir Ruel na cosmological papers na sinasabi na nanggaling sa nothing. Even if you watch their interview, they never put it on the paper sa BGV theorem na the universe came from nothing. They just say na the earlier expansion of the universe has some point. It doesn't mean nothingness. So again, Ruel just mistaken on that part na facts. Hindi niya, he just misrepresented it, for example. So, and lastly, again, he's misquoting Dawkins. Ang ibig lang sabihin ni Dawkins na if if we think naturalistically, we would expect the data to follow na the universe is somehow doesn't give a shit sa atin with suffering that are evidential. Which sinasabi naman, I think Roel agrees na universe is filled of suffering, which I don't think if he didn't, he would not quote Dawkins, which I think it is true naman. Oh, if we think na if we don't assume that God doesn't care, doesn't do, or doesn't intervene in our daily lives, no, or if there is no good God, or if there is no God, no, this is what we would expect, and which is apparently dinescribe lang ni Dawkins, which apparently Sir Roel conveniently use it, which I think you agree. You wouldn't use that quotation if you don't think it is true. And again, which is best explained by naturalism. So my points still stand. Na because we are not attributing, or we're not expounding elements or entities beyond what is it already there. That's why naturalism, or in this case atheism, which is what I'm advocating, explains better reality. Dahil one, we don't assume non-existent stuff without evidence. While Roel is assuming that there is this God, explains this. I don't know why God did it, basta God did it. And how is that a powerful explanatory value? God did it. No, it's a thought-stopping mechanism. When you say invoke God, okay, God. But again, if we push it through, again, my point, what brought God to do those things? If God is necessary for these things to exist, anong naggawa ni God?
Time's up. Time's up. Thank you very much, Vox. Now we will proceed to the cross-examination of Roel. Roel will ask Vox for 7 minutes. Sir Roel, are you ready?
I'm ready.
If you're ready, your time... Teka lang, hold on. Yung time natin, hold on. Binabati ko po yung ating pong mga manonood. Marami pong salamat sa inyo pong pagsubaybay sa ating pong current debate right now. What best explains reality? Atheism ba or Christianity? Now, let's proceed. If you're ready, Sir Roel, your time starts now. Begin.
Okay, thank you. So, first and foremost, sa una mong tanong sa akin, sinabi mo na si Hitler daw ay Kristiyano. So, here's my question. Ano ba ang masasabing piece of evidence na nagpapatunay na si Hitler di umano ay isang Kristiyano?
Answer?
A picture of handshake with the Pope.
Next question, please.
Do you think ito ay sapat na bilang evidence o baka meron ka pang maidaragdag?
When he proclaimed ng rules ng uniform ng SS or Third Reich is God is with us.
Next question,
Okay,
please.
sige. Sa atheism, do you think mali yung ginawa ni Hitler sa mga 6 na milyong Hudyo?
Yeah, genocide is always wrong.
Then what is your morals? Wait lang. Follow-up question.
Next
So,
question.
ano ba ang moral standard mo para sabihin karimari-marim at mali ang ginawa ni Hitler sa 6 na milyong mga Hudyo kung walang matatawag na objective moral values, kung walang Diyos kumbaga?
Answer?
Wait lang. Meron ba talagang objective moral values in the first place? When, one, I don't need objective moral values to ground that. And two, desire and pain and suffering is good enough to ground na hindi tayo mag-genocide. What do you need more?
Pause the time. This is moderator's concern.
Okay.
September, yung what do you mean yung sa paggamit ng HITLER? Bawal ba yun kay TikTok?
Yes po, bawal siya. Baka maban tayo.
So, wag
Okay.
natin gamitin yung si Hit na lang, si Hit.
Si Adolf.
Si Adolf na lang, si Adolf. Okay, good. Thank you for reminding us, September. Good job.
Wait lang,
So, proceed tayo.
stop po na yung time. Pwede naman siguro, tawagin ko na lamang si Adolfo na lang ng Florante at Laura para masaya.
Pwede naman, pwede naman. So at least kilala nyo na kung sino yung tinutukoy nyo. Proceed tayo sa question. Proceed, Sir Robert.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So, concerning to that matter, paano mo nasabi na si Adolfo na lang tawagin natin kay H, ay mali doon sa kanyang ginawa kung sa atheism, ulitin ko, paraphrase ko, paano masasabing karimari-marin yung ginawa ni Adolfo kung walang matatawag na objective morality?
Answer?
One, first of all, I don't know what you mean by objective morality, and I don't think even if meron man, you would understand that pain and suffering and genocide would lead to pain and suffering and killing. It's good enough to understand na hindi maganda ang genocide.
Okay,
Next
thank
question,
you.
please.
May matatawag bang katapusan ang pain at suffering sa atheism? Kung meron o kung wala, ano yun?
Death.
Next question,
Okay.
please.
Ngayon, nabanggit nga doon sa mismong sinabi ni Richard Dawkins nga na, yun nga, nabanggit nga, nasan yan? Wait lang. Na yun nga, na life has no design, no purpose, no evil, no and no good. Nothing but blind, pitiless indifference. Do you agree on that?
Answer?
If we posit naturalism is true, yes, it follows the data. So naturalism
Then
is
why?
true. Yeah, because of that.
Then why?
Pause
Ay, sorry
the
for
time,
that, sorry.
please.
Mali ako,
May
sorry
I
for that.
remind the first speaker to let the second speaker finish his answer before asking question. Proceed.
Okay.
Please reset the time. Please let Vox answer. Vox, answer the question, please.
So, yung sinabi ni Dawkins is just describe what is in reality, which perfectly subscribed or perfectly explained by naturalism. So, I don't see any problem.
Next question, please.
So, okay, thank you. So, do you agree na walang matatawag na purpose ang buhay ng tao sa atheism? Kung meron
No, I don't
man,
agree.
Okay, good. So, paano mo masasabi yan?
One, as a following, one, you could be an existentialist who can derive meaning in the world. So, if God doesn't need someone to give meaning, kung ganyan lang pala, why not we can? Why not us? So, ano bang argument muna? I don't see any reason why not na wala tayong meaning. Unless you can give one.
Next question, please.
Okay, thank you. So, bukod dito, ito pa. I think this will be my last question na rin. So, paano mo maipapaliwanag ang meaning and purpose ng buhay ng tao sa atheism?
Proceed. Answer the question.
Well, I would say na sabihin na natin ng sa philosophy ng existentialism, for example, meaning and life. So, if sabihin na natin na
Next question, please.
sige, the next question na lang.
Okay. So, I guess yun na yung mga tanong na aking binigay. So, thank you for that.
All right. So, for the record, the first speaker is waiving his time. Maraming pong salamat. All right, guys. Maraming pong salamat sa pagsuporta nyo sa amin sa inyo pong panonood. Ngayon po, pupunta na po tayo sa closing remarks or sa conclusion. Thank you, guys. And now, let's move on to the closing remarks for 5 minutes. And the negative side will be the first one to give his statements. All right, Vox, are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. So essentially,
hold
okay, sorry, God.
Okay, as soon as you start, go ahead. Proceed.
Okay, so essentially the main goal dito is dapat natin ipakita which best explains reality. It's not about giving explanation, but if the explanation fits to the data. So I just pointed out to you na God essentially as an explanation doesn't give any explanatory power. One, because it fails in this aspect which I pointed out to you, which I will pointed out ngayon, kinakuha ko lang. One, criteria of simplicity. It fails to do that. Dahil one, expounding to another being na wala ka namang access sa mind niya and hindi ka naman sure ano talaga ang sinasabi niya, or is there even if na God na sinasabi mo as an explanation. So it breaks down the simplicity criteria. You are expounding more entity than it should be. So kung sasabihin naman ng opponent natin na who cares about simplicity, violating Occam's razor, then everything in our reasoning collapse. Everything can be permitted. You can expound many things. You can prove many things. You don't have to prove anything at all. Everything, our communication, our pragmatic discourse collapse if binabiolate yan. Pero let's go back. Let's go to next things. Good fit. Anong ibig sabihin ng good fit? If everything is equal, we would prefer a theory that makes fit the data. I pointed out to you the existence of God to meaning, morality, or existence doesn't fit the data. Dahil one, there's nothing to fit to. Dahil one, you cannot test God. You are invoking supernatural. How do you fit naturalism to supernatural? Diba? Unless, of course, Sir Will can say na meron siyang access of the supernatural, which I love to see it. Pero wala naman siyang ginawa, so he just asserted. So next point is explanatory breadth. So we would prefer a particular hypothesis or model na who gives more explanation than it should be. Now explaining, positing God as your explanation, it raises more question instead of explaining it. Is there a objective moral value? Again, even if there is, how does God come to be in that case? Now, apparently, Rowell won't answer my question whether God is subject or not. Again, if he is a subject, I think, which he is, I think Rowell would contend to, then therefore, essentially, ultimately, morality is subject dahil it just came from a mind. So, what stops God invoking that tomorrow murder is valid under his name? Walang nagsastop. God can do that. To say na God cannot divert to that, and then one, you're assuming already what God is and what God cannot do. And unless, of course, Rowell is God or Rowell has access to God. Again, God is a bad explanation. And of course, predicted fruitfulness. Balik tayo muna yung sa criteria natin na what if God command tomorrow na murder is right? Rowell cannot say that God will not do that. Because unless he said, God will not do that, he's predicting already what God will and will not do. And again, that's not what, he hasn't made that argument. He has no evidence to do that. And again, anong reason to think na God will not do that in the first place? So essentially, I just pointed out to you, my main goal here is not to prove God exists or not. My main goal here is to say that God is irrelevant to our explanation to reality. That's it. So, as I pointed out, irrelevant ang explanation. Even if Rowell can conjure up some explanation, now ang question dyan is that, is it true? Is there evidence to support it? Is there substance to that such explanation? Or is it just explanation because it's fanciful? It meets my psychological bias prior to giving such explanation. So yan yung point of view ko. That's the main point of this debate, is to show that God is irrelevant to the explanation of reality. It doesn't give explanatory power, and one, it's not even true. So yun lang.
Thank you very much, Vox. For the record, he's waiving the remaining of his time. That is the closing remarks of our second speaker. And now we will proceed to the closing remarks of our first speaker. Sir Rowell, are you ready?
Well, yes, we are ready for that.
All right. If you're ready, your time starts now. Begin.
Muli isang pinagpalang araw po sa lahat at maraming salamat sa kabuuan ng discussion na ito. Concerning sa mga naging arguments ni Mr. Vox Atheus kanina, like for example, Hitler was allegedly a Christian, or about sa issue ng Bible, genocide or some sort, i-address na lamang yun in the future. But for now, kung napansin po natin ang kabuuan ng presentation, ang totoo, there is no reason why he thinks atheism really makes sense in reality, why he thinks that atheism best explains reality. When he said that na nag-invoke daw ako ng supernatural, it is he who invokes naturalism there. At kung titingnan naman, mas marami pang katanungan may kinalaman sa atheism kumpara sa Christianity, especially sa issue ng meaning and purpose ng buhay. Kung titingnan lang naman talaga, lalo yung kanyang sinabi na nag-assume na I invoke God of this because I don't know or whatever. Remember my friends, if they think it is a what was called God of the gaps argument, let me tell you, it's not. We argue, we know that God exists by the effects of His creation, human consciousness, and so forth. So, three things that point to God: goodness, origin, and design. Nabanggit ko na po ito kanina lang. Moral laws not only include descriptions of wrongdoing, but also propose changes for how things ought to be. Because there is a universal immutable moral standard, we all have a strong conviction that we ought to do what is right and avoid what is wrong. Pero yung claim kanina na morality is subjective, actually it is an absolute claim. An absolute claim, so to speak, which is ito po ay matatawag ng contradiction na ito sa kanyang dinidepensahang view, so to speak. At isa pa, without God, we have no inherent good and evil to guide our actions. Bukod dyan, tungkol naman sa origin, nabanggit ko lang kanina yung tungkol dyan, yun lang, kahit anumang explanation ni Stephen Hawking dyan, na ganang in-explain kanina, nag-fail pa rin. Kasi inamin niya mismo na mayroon talagang beginning ang universe. Also, is God bound by logic? Well, God is inherently rational and cannot be in opposition to His nature. But He is not limited to our logic when we make such errors. What seems logical to us at that moment may not always be logical upon further inspection. God is not subject to the laws of logic as if they are exterior forces acting upon Him. But in the same way, that Christians see goodness itself as being metaphysically tied to the benevolence of God, we can also see rationality and logic as ontologically anchored in the nature of God Himself. God does not submit to external logic, nor does He arbitrarily dictate logic, but He is rational by virtue of His essential nature. Yung tinanong kanina, can God create square circle? I already said it, no. Bakit? Sabi ko kanina, God can do anything which is logically possible. Okay? Well, baka may masasabi, God is all-knowing. He can do this, He can do that. Again, if you think that's what God did, baka naman ibang Diyos ang tinutukoy mo, kaibigan. Also, para matapos po ito, let's point out this way. The beginning of the universe, we have philosophical and scientific evidence dyan. Nabanggit ko na kanina yan. Like cosmological argument, yung argument from design, morality, hindi ko man nabanggit yung Bible, pero nabanggit ko, pero andun na rin yung mismong evidence na nagpapatunay dyan. The person of Jesus, hindi man halos nabanggit, pero to point out this way, we have good reasons why we know for sure that Christianity really Christianity really best explains reality. For what? By the following. The fact that God exists, and because God exists, then miracles are possible. At kung tama ang Bible, old and new, kung si Kristo talaga ay nag-claim ng mga divine attributes na Diyos lang may-ari, if He rose from the dead, and ito ang tanging tanong ko po para sa lahat ng mga skeptics. If Christianity is true, would you become a Christian? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That is Sir Ruel Agustin from the Christian camp. Thank you for the closing remarks. Na-appreciate po namin ang husay and of course yung magandang palitan ng argumento ng dalawang debaters natin for today. Mag-type lang po kayo dyan sa comment section for our applause sa ating pong mga debaters. Maraming salamat sa inyong cordiality. Maraming pong salamat. And now, i-confirm ko lang sa ating pong dalawang debaters, are you willing to entertain some questions from the audience? I need your confirmation kasi as far as the debaters convention is concerned, we are actually done with our debate. Pero since may
Brother.
nakikita ko kanina nagde-demand,
Wait
yes,
lang,
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Actually, kasi susunduin ko yung asawa ko.
Right,
Actually,
right.
last Tuesday, kakakasal lang namin.
I see. So, yeah.
Here comes the bride. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I give our congratulations to Sir Roel. So, I think
Thank
that's
you,
it
thank you,
for...
thank you.
Yeah. So, pasensya na. Unfortunately, we will not entertain question and answer segment for today. Pero again, once again,
by the-
thank you very much.